My name is Pedro Lambertini. I am an Argentinian professional chef and TV host. This is a video for all the Flight Center and FCM family. I am here to motivating you to cook healthy and tasty at home. I know these are very difficult times, but I'm sure that we'll overcome this situation together. So now let's have fun, cook and enjoy. Hi everyone! Today I'm going to teach you how to make real bread. Let me tell you, this is my first video in English. I usually do my videos in Spanish, so this is my debut, okay? I hope you appreciate it. Okay, now I have here white flour. Let me tell you, home baking is very easy, and this is one of the most important recipes that you will ever learn, because it's something that you can do almost every day, and it's extremely easy. Okay, 4 ingredients. I have white flour here, water, salt and yeast. Good bread must have a very little amount of yeast. Okay, fermentation must be very slow, and you have to take time. Fermentation is very healthy, okay, but you have to put very little yeast, and you must have time to do it, okay? You can do it now and leave it to rest overnight. Let's start. Okay, I have bread flour here, white bread flour. I'm gonna put some dried yeast. And I'm gonna add just lukewarm water, okay? And the interesting thing here is that you don't have to knead, okay? Just mixing. And mixing and resting will do the job. My goal here is to form the so-named gluten, which is like a net that strengthens the dough, right? It's the net that it holds all the air that makes the yeast. So it's very important that the flour has a big amount of protein, okay? I don't even have to use my hands, only mixing with a wooden spoon. Look, there's no flour left, just a mixture. I'm gonna leave it here to rest for half an hour. Okay, now I'm going to uncover it. It must That shows that the fermentation was slow and correct. With very little amount of yeast, the dough ferments perfectly, okay? It rested overnight. Remember, I folded it 4 times, 4 foldings every time. And now, let's divide the dough. Look at this. Look at this. I want you to see the right consistency of the dough, and this is due to the amount of water. It's a very hydrated dough. It wants to stick, but it doesn't. I will obtain 5 breads from here. I did it whole white, but you can also do it whole wheat if you want. I will replace half the amount of the flour with whole wheat flour, okay? And you can add to it seeds. But when I do it white, I don't want it to add anything. It doesn't have fat at all, no butter, no oil. It's the proper real bread, okay? It's like the mother of all breads. I love it. It's incredible how it doesn't need flour at all. Isn't that amazing? Okay, I will look at this. Okay, I have forms here. I will divide the dough, I will form the breads, and then I will put each bread in the form. Okay, I divided the dough in 5 pieces. I weighed them because that's what makes sure that all the breads are the same. And now I'm going to do like a pre-form that will help do the form, the final shape of the bread better. Okay, so I'm gonna do form like a ball. Again, folding. That's what brings tension to the dough and helps the bread inside the oven to explode. Okay, now I'm going to shape it like a loaf, okay? Because my forms are long, so I have to do that shape. I know it's not easy to work this dough, but the result will be the best. It will pay off. Again, the idea is to bring tension to the dough. And as I told you, this is a very white bread. Look at that. Look at the bubbles. You see? Can you see the bubbles in the surface? Okay, if you want, by now you can roll the dough in oats, in seeds, in wheat bran, in oat bran, whatever you want, okay? I would recommend you to put fat on the forms so that it doesn't stick, okay? Always very quick movements, because if you're slow, the dough will stick to your fingers. These forms are a little bit longer, so I have to stretch it a little bit more. When the dough doesn't want to be stretched, you have to leave it to rest a little bit and then continue. Okay, with my wet fingers I will push the dough so that it copies the shape of the form. Then I will cover and it will proof again before going to the oven. The oven will be 350 Fahrenheit for 40 or 45 minutes. Can you hear how it cracks? Lovely, homemade, very easy, proper bread, okay, to do at home, very, very easy, okay. Now I have an Easter egg for you. I have here some extra dough and I'm going to do some pizza. This will help you to have already prepared the pizza. You can freeze it and whenever you want, you put it in the oven. You put some mozzarella cheese, some basil leaves or tomato slices on top and it will work perfectly and you spare a lot of work, okay? Originally, the typical pizza dough has olive oil among its ingredients. This dough hasn't olive oil. That's why I'm gonna put a lot of olive oil in the tin and I will stretch the dough inside the tin. Very good quality olive oil, please. I will help with my scraper. Some extra olive oil. That's very, very Italian. In Argentina, we eat a lot of pizza. And you start to stretch the dough, okay? If the dough starts to fight you and doesn't let to stretch, don't argue. Leave it to rest and then you go on stretching.